Hello, seniors. Let me start with a moment I see play out in my clinic all the time. It's usually a woman in her late 50s or 60s, sometimes a man, who sighs before they even sit down. And they say, "Dr. Malone, I'm exhausted. I can't remember the last time I slept through the night." When I ask why, they don't hesitate. "I'm up 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a night just to pee." And here's the part that always gets me. They think it's just something they have to accept. That nighttime bathroom trips are simply the price of getting older. I'm Dr. Sharon Malone, and I want you to hear this clearly right from the start. Waking up to pee all night is common, but it is not normal, and it is absolutely not inevitable. I had one patient, let's call her Linda, who planned her entire evenings around her bladder. She stopped watching movies, stopped going on road trips, and slept lightly because she was always bracing herself for that urgent pressure in her lower belly at 1:17 a.m., then again at 3:42, then again just before sunrise. She told me, "I don't even feel like I'm sleeping anymore. I'm just waiting." And that broke my heart, because sleep is not a luxury. Sleep is medicine. When you lose it night after night, everything suffers. Your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your memory, your mood, even your balance. Now here's what most people don't realize. Nighttime urination isn't just about the bladder. It's about signals, hormonal signals, nerve signals, circulation signals that quietly change as we age. During the day, your body is supposed to hold on to fluid and distribute it properly. At night, a hormone called vasopressin should rise, telling your kidneys, "We're sleeping now. Slow down urine production." But stress, poor sleep habits, certain foods, medications, and even the way you breathe can disrupt that signal. The result? Your kidneys keep making urine as if it's still daytime, and your bladder becomes the unlucky messenger. Let me tell you something reassuring before we go any further. In many cases, this can improve quickly, sometimes even the same night, when you give your body the right cue. And no, I'm not talking about pills, supplements, or anything extreme. I'm talking about a simple 3-minute habit you can do tonight that helps reset that nighttime signal. Before I explain it, I want you to understand why it works. When you lie down at night, fluid that has pooled in your legs during the day starts moving back into circulation. That fluid eventually passes through your kidneys and becomes urine. That's one reason people who sit a lot or who have mild swelling in their ankles wake up more at night. The body is finally redistributing what it couldn't manage earlier, so the trick is not to fight your bladder, it's to help your body handle that fluid before your head hits the pillow. Here's what I often recommend, and I want you to imagine me saying this gently, not like a lecture, but like advice I'd give my own family. About 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, take 3 minutes and elevate your legs. Lie down on the floor or bed and rest your calves up on a chair, couch, or wall, just enough so your feet are slightly higher than your heart. Then breathe slowly and deeply. In through your nose for 4 seconds, out through your mouth for 6. Do that for 3 minutes. That's it. What you're doing is telling your circulatory system, "Let's move this fluid now, not at 2 a.m. Your kidneys get the message earlier in the evening while you're still awake. Many people notice they use the bathroom once more before bed, and then they sleep longer without interruption. I've had patients look at me in disbelief and say, "That's it?" And I smile because sometimes the body doesn't need more force. It needs better timing. Now, this works even better when you pair it with one mindset shift. Stop chugging fluids late in the evening, but don't dehydrate yourself either. Sip earlier in the day. Front load your hydration before dinner. And be mindful of hidden bladder irritants at night. Things like alcohol, artificial sweeteners, very spicy foods, and even certain herbal teas marketed as relaxing. Relaxing for the mind, maybe, but irritating for the bladder. Another thing I gently remind my patients is this. Rushing to the toilet the second you feel the urge can train your bladder to be oversensitive. During the day, practice waiting just a minute or two when it's safe to do so. This helps retrain the bladder's alarm system so it doesn't panic at night over small amounts of urine. Think of it as teaching your bladder that it doesn't need to shout, it can whisper. And let me say this clearly, because it matters. If you're waking up every night and telling yourself, "This is just my life now," I want you to stop saying that. Your body is not broken, it's communicating. And when you listen to it properly by supporting circulation, calming the nervous system, and respecting your natural rhythms, you often see changes faster than you expect. I've seen people go from 4 nightly trips to 1, from 1 to none. I've seen couples start sleeping through the night together again, instead of one partner quietly slipping out of bed over and over. And the relief they feel isn't just physical, it's emotional, because deep, uninterrupted sleep restores dignity, confidence, and energy. So tonight, before you write yourself off as just getting older, try this 3-minute reset. Elevate your legs, breathe slowly. Let your body do what it was designed to do before bedtime, not during it. And if you wake up tomorrow morning thinking, I actually slept, remember this. Your body didn't suddenly get younger. It just finally got the right signal. And that's something we can work with. Let me continue because there's something important I don't want you to miss. And this is where a lot of people finally have that aha moment. When nighttime bathroom trips keep happening, night after night, your brain starts anticipating them. Even before your bladder is truly full, your nervous system stays on high alert. You're not sleeping deeply anymore. You're hovering in that light, fragile sleep where the smallest sensation feels urgent. And once that pattern sets in, even a small signal from the bladder can feel like an emergency. This is why so many people tell me, Dr. Malone, sometimes I wake up and barely anything comes out, but I still had to go. That's not a bladder problem, it's a communication problem between your brain and your body. This is where slowing things down in the evening becomes just as important as what you physically do. About an hour before bed, I want you to mentally shift gears. Dim the lights. Turn off bright screens if you can. Speak softly to yourself even if it feels a little silly. Your nervous system listens more than you think. When your body feels safe, it releases hormones that support deeper sleep and reduce nighttime urges. When it feels rushed or tense, it stays on guard, and guards wake you up. I often tell my patients to think of nighttime like landing a plane. You wouldn't cut the engine suddenly and expect a smooth landing. You descend gradually. The same is true for sleep and bladder control. A calm evening routine tells your kidneys, your bladder, and your brain that it's okay to power down together. When one of them stays alert, they all do. Now let's talk about something people rarely connect to nighttime urination: breathing. Shallow breathing, especially chest breathing, keeps your body in a low-grade stress response. That stress suppresses the hormone that reduces urine production at night. So before you get into bed, place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose and feel your belly rise, not your chest. Then exhale slowly through your mouth. Do this for a few minutes. You're not just relaxing, you're actively changing the signals that tell your kidneys how much urine to make while you sleep. Another quiet contributor is posture during the day. If you spend hours sitting, fluid collects in your lower body. Then, the moment you lie down, your body plays catch-up. Standing up every hour, even for 1 minute, helps prevent that buildup. Gentle ankle movements, calf squeezes, or a short walk in the afternoon can dramatically reduce how much fluid shifts at night. It's not about exercise, it's about circulation. And let me gently clear up a myth that causes a lot of unnecessary worry. Many people assume nighttime urination automatically means something is seriously wrong with their bladder or prostate. In reality, for most people, it's a coordination issue, not a disease. Yes, certain medical conditions can contribute, and those should always be checked. But far more often, the body simply needs better timing, better signals, and better rest. I remember a patient who told me, the worst part isn't getting up, it's the fear of getting up. She was afraid of falling, afraid of not making it in time, afraid of not being able to fall back asleep. That fear alone kept her bladder overactive. When we addressed the routine, leg elevation, breathing, earlier hydration, calmer evenings, her confidence returned first. The bathroom trips faded after that. Confidence matters more than people realize. If you do wake up at night, here's another small but powerful tip. Keep the lights low. Don't fully wake your brain. Avoid checking the time. Bright lights and clock watching tell your brain it's time to start the day, even when it's not. Move calmly, breathe slowly, and remind yourself, I'm safe. I'm going back to sleep. That reassurance alone can shorten how long you're awake. And please don't underestimate the emotional relief of reclaiming your nights. When sleep improves, everything improves. People notice their mood lifting, their patience returning, their body feeling steadier during the day. They stop planning their lives around bathrooms. They stop dreading bedtime. That's not a small change. That's freedom. So if tonight you decide to try just one thing, make it the 3-minute leg elevation and slow breathing. If you're willing to do a little more, pair it with earlier hydration, calmer evenings, and gentle movement during the day. These aren't dramatic interventions, but they're powerful because they work with your body instead of against it. I want you to remember this as you go to bed tonight. Your body wants to sleep. Your bladder wants to rest. Sometimes all they need is permission and the right signal to do exactly that.